Hello. Frank Lloyd Bear and I took a couple days off to launch a Dunedin Teddy Bear Hunt Facebook page. But now we're back and we brought you more chapters from The Joyful Bear. Chapter 18, Friend. One year I celebrated Christmas in a boatyard, which is a lonely place to have a holiday. I missed my family. It was just me and my husband on a sailboat that was not floating, and Frankie. My father always collected lots of presents for me during the year. That year, he mailed a large box of gifts, and I started fussing as soon as the mailman gave it to me. I live on a boat, darn it. Where does he think I'm going to put all this stuff? I hauled the box up the ladder onto the boat and opened it. Inside, I found a whole bunch of small gift-wrapped parcels for me and my husband. We waited until Christmas Day, and then we took our time opening them, a few at a time. The most important one wasn't revealed until evening. It was a lightweight, lumpy package, about 6 inches high. Inside, I found another white teddy bear with big black eyes and a bigger, fuzzier nose than Frankie's. The bear's arms were open wide, just waiting for a hug. I set the bear aside, saying, "We don't have room on this boat for any more bears." Frankie watched me from across the boat. He was sitting with a wrapping paper hat on his head, inhaling eggnog-scented air. He didn't say anything, but I thought I saw him shake his head in dismay. We all make mistakes. My reaction to the fuzzy white bear was one of them. When I look back, I ask myself, what were you thinking? What matters is not the mistake itself, but what happens next. Do we sweep our mistakes under the rug and pretend that they didn't happen so we don't learn anything from them? Do we beat ourselves up with them, saying they prove that we are bad or dumb or unworthy? Neither of these approaches will make us happier. There's a third way. To find the lesson in each mistake, learn it, and move on with gratitude. Looked at this way, a mistake is a gift. You've just been handed a new tool for your life toolkit, something to make you wiser and better equipped for the future. An error doesn't become a mistake until you refuse to correct it. O. A. Batista. Chapter 19, Precious. The new white bear sat quietly for a few days. She was nearby when I talked with my father on the phone, and she overheard me say to him, "Thank you for the Christmas gifts, Dad, but I don't have room for any more teddy bears." He replied, sounding hurt, "But that one was just so cute. It called out your name and I couldn't resist. It's just a little bitty thing." All of a sudden, I heard something different in his words. It was as if he was saying, "When I was shopping, this cute little bear made me think of you and how much I love you. If you reject the bear, you are rejecting my love." Oh, I quickly backpedaled. I didn't know it was like that. I'm sure I can make room for one more bear. When I got off the phone about 10 minutes later, I turned and picked up the small white bear. She didn't hug me like Frankie. She nestled between my cheek and my shoulder. And then I heard a voice in my ear, and I knew it was hers. "Hi, I'm Precious. And so are you." I caught my breath in surprise, and she added, "And so is your dad." Shall we introduce them to Precious? Here she is. This is Frankie's little Precious girl. See? She's kind of like a little cheeky bear. What was missing when I first saw the fuzzy bear was gratitude. I had received a gift, but I wasn't grateful for it. Given the way I usually embrace change, it was surprising that I'd fallen prey to something known as negativity bias. This is our mind's natural tendency to perceive something new negatively. In his book on gratitude entitled Thanks, Dr. Robert Emmons says, "This natural default tendency must be overridden by conscious processes." He goes on to say, "Gratitude is literally one of the few things that can change people's lives." Emmons and others in the field of positive psychology conducted studies that prove long-lasting effects of gratitude, such as lower blood pressure and improved immunity, sleep, and happiness. Gratitude is something you practice, like mindfulness or Pollyanna's glad game. The most common technique is to keep a gratitude journal, which can simply be a notebook on your bedstand. At the end of every day, you write a few things for which you are grateful. I write 3 things in my little green notebook each day, and I try not to duplicate them. This year, my list has included such items as time with my nephew, painting Technicolor sunflowers, and dental floss. The items on your list will be completely different, but the practice will have the same positive effect. If the only prayer you ever say in your life is thank you, it will be enough. Meister Eckhart. I'm so glad you got to meet Precious today, because you know what she says? She says, "I'm precious, and so are you." You take care, and we'll see you tomorrow.